Dear yogis, soul brothers and soul sisters, we are the fellowship of awakening humanity, the emissaries of peace, the keepers of consciousness. We are warriors of light, holders of the sacred torch of awareness. Think about it, we're Olympic athletes in training for spirit, and it's our job to be strong. These are the moments that we've been training for all our lives as awakening Buddhas, as pure spirits, as open hearts on two legs. We are the rebel Bodhisattvas, giving up our complete enlightenment until all beings are happy, until all beings have peace. And now is our time to practice. Now is our time to understand what our practice means. And that practice is presence. It's always presence. That practice is open-heartedness. And now we've arrived. Now is the time to take responsibility. We are each of us responsible for our own living field of energy. And as one beautiful, very wise guy named Gandalf once said, all we have to do is decide what to do with the time that's given us. So now practice presence. Now you have a choice. You can ask yourself, what keeps my living field of energy healthy? What contributes to my well-being and others' well-being? Is it more responsible for me to stay home or to go out? Is it more responsible to hug others or to keep a 2-meter social distance? Is it by opening my heart or closing? Even when everything around me says I should close down. All the suffering and misery of this world originates in the mind, from the mind. We are never reacting to a situation. It is always our responsibility as light beings, as conscious entities, to respond to a situation. And our response to others now shows us the meaning of our practice. Our response to the situation now shows us the quality of our practice. How are we able to respond? From trust and from the truest and purest quality? Or are we reacting out of fear, which is automatic? Can we keep our hearts open? Can we keep our hearts open even when everything around us and everyone around us is telling us to shut down? So our duty now to ourselves and to our living field of energy is to stay healthy, to stay strong, to stay clear, to be in sattva. You can't be a bodhisattva, an awake and enlightened being or an awakening mind, without having sattva, this clarity, this cleanliness, this truth of staying in reality and not in your mind. So we stay clear. We see the mind waves of fear growing. We see the mind waves of fear growing around us, becoming like a tsunami that might drown us all. And we learn to swim. And we keep perspective. We perfect our practice by becoming still, by going deep in meditation, by asking the right questions, by listening to our clear and inner stable voice, which says, go on, don't give up hope. With the voice which says, what is the next right step? That's all we need to be responsible for, is the next right step. And as a bodhisattva, in training, we make this sacred vow to liberate ourselves and to help all sentient beings, all knowing beings to be liberated, to come together to enlightenment, to awakening. And this is a call now. These days are a call to ask, what is the reasonable thing to do? What is the kind and generous response to disease? What is the kind and generous response to discomfort, to poverty, to war? What about now? How does a bodhisattva respond to what's going on right now? The bodhisattva says, and hopefully we can say, when we keep our perspective, I want to give everything to all beings. I want to give all beings everything. To forgive everyone. And so remember who you are. Remember your true practice in these days is to go within in order to go without. Go within in order to go outside and give to others. Your practice in this way is the most selfish thing you can do, meaning you think about your truest and highest self and you get in touch with that, completely stay connected. And it's the most unselfish thing you can do to practice, because by you awakening, all other beings awaken. So stay as an emissary of peace, as a true student of yoga, as a true teacher of yoga. And we'll all meet there in presence right now. Om Shanti.